And howdy doody. Yay, it's Tuesday. It's Hump Day Eve. I think it's what it's called. So, who do we already have here? Eat More Possum got here early and brought his silverware. Sunrise Water Media, 808. State, 808. Congratulations on passing your sergeant's school thingy there. And then we got Woody, Mr. Paul. We got Lee McCready. Hey, Lee. Thirda. Hey, Rob. Ben T in the house. And that's, I think I've got you all now. So, oh, the thumber downer is delayed. Wow. Anyhow, if you're waiting for that random, you'll be waiting in vain. He, again, is not going to make it. He busted a tooth and need to go see a dentist. So I wish him all the best. Hopefully the guy don't get on his nerves too much. But, yeah, he's got to get his tooth fixed. So good luck. Originally his appointment was later, but now you got that right, Sunrise. There is no escape, especially not for you, Mr. or excuse me, Sir Crash a Lot. Now I think he busted off a crown or something. He didn't sound like he wasn't too much pain, but he want to get that fixed as soon as possible because even he has to go back to work now. You know, the schedule of a teacher. Yeah, you got that. Mr. Bully is right. And we got Sam and Rose in the house. Do we have one? Do we have both? So on what we building? We're not building anything today. I'm kind of having to take a step back, and I'll explain here in a minute. But I don't know if you heard it, 808. Congratulations on passing your classes there for your sergeant school or whatever that was. Awesome. Yeah, Sam. Okay, so Sam and Rose is Sam. Rose is Rose. So now that we've got that sorted. Yeah, well, there's another term for that, 808 state. It's called babysitting. Adult babysitting. I mean, you've been doing it long enough now. You should know the routine. You know, there is one thing worse than a board inmate as a board corrections officer. Just saying. So, anyhow, one thing I meant to talk about on Friday already, and it just slipped my mind. Curry Kitten, our free simulator, now has a mobile version, meaning you can play it on your tablet or phone, and you don't even need a controller. Having a controller is definitely an advantage, but you don't have to have it. So I'm gonna, now this mobile version is not free. It's on Google Store, and I think I paid $3, $2.99 or something like that for. Chris is at the dentist, 808. Who's in Dad's chat? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 808. Chris is to the dentist. He busts off a crown or something and need to get his tooth fixed. He's got to go. Yeah, it's the price that he's charging is definitely too low, but I've put it on my tablet, and while I'm flying to Germany here in 2 weeks, I will be using it. So, broken arm on the DJI FPV. I'm not surprised. It just, yeah, it happens. You might want to talk to our resident crash pilot, Sunrise Water. He's good at taking stuff apart and repairing things now. He might give you some hints on on a job at hand. The sim name is Curry Kitten. Let me put this on here real quick. Share screen, share that, and there we go. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. Actually, he's got a website too. It's the currykitten.co.uk. And he does have the mobile edition. Now, if you are hooking up your Tyrannus or whatever controller, be aware that the channel mapping is a little screwy. Meaning if you go set up your controller, the switches may not be in the position you would expect them to be in. So that's going to take a little trial and error, see what switch activates what, and then you got to assign it to function. Oh yeah, you did a number there. Yeah, if you're gonna wreck her, you might as well wreck it good. There's another guy that just wrecked his on his wife's Lexus, and she was not impressed, from what I'm hearing. He was brave enough to post on Facebook, though, so they must have worked it out. But there was some mention about you wanting a Porsche now, so anyhow, yeah. So the Curry Kitten thing, it's a hoot. And Paul, I know you do. You do play in that Curry Kitten. Have you ever switched it over to the city scene and fly the city? That is fun. It's pretty generic for the layout, but for what it is fun. Well, then just duct tape that arm. Be done with it. If it's only cracked, just put a little duct tape on it. She'll be all right. Might be a little heavy on that arm, so you might have to counterbalance it with a little duct tape on the opposing arm. You'll be all right. Yeah. As Sam says, tape it and send it. Tape it and send it. We need to make a sticker of that. That's a sticker right there. Tape it and send it. and make it like in the shape of a piece of duct tape. Damn, I'm brilliant sometimes. And let's see, I just saw somebody pop in here. Who was it? Lena Music. Good evening. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. And we got Travel Tech 360. And who else? Did I miss anybody else? If I miss anybody, speak up. Travel Tech 360 is going to do some World Drone Community on Facebook. Keep your eyes open for that. That's going to be pretty interesting. And Travel Tech, I'm sorry, I have not got back with you yet, but my life just gone a little crazy. And part of that craziness is, y'all remember that new truck that I bought last Tuesday? Yeah, it already went back in the shop. It had a short in it. Go figure. And Chris must have wrecked my truck somehow. I don't know. Yeah, Woody, S20. I've got an S10. It works, but I'm actually using the S5e tablet, and it works well on the tablet. It's also fun if you plug in your controller into it. Well, it is a faulty visor light that threw a short. So only took them 3 days to figure out what it was. Yeah, you can try it with the Mambo. So, for another thing, and I know there's lots out there that are just getting started on doing videos. And I'm talking like Sam Burns, who so far in his videos, we only see his footage. We haven't seen any B-roll yet. Let me switch over here so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Yep, didn't mean to do that. All right, we'll do this. There. I hope y'all can see it. Let me turn around so y'all can actually read it. This little nugget was sent to me for review. And I know there is, yes, Lee, it works with any controller that can be hooked up. Well, Sam, this here is a cell phone gimbal. So you don't need to buy an extra camera and microphone and all that jazz. Just get a good gimbal. And we're going to do an unboxing. Good Lord, that thing is tight. Probably help if you can actually open the damn box, right? So we got the Moza Mini MX. Matter of fact, you know somebody else that has this. Dad Random has one of these. So here we are. Well, let me turn around so you can see. So they have this thing taped shut. We've got a manual. If anybody here can read, let me turn on some light. Maybe that'll help. Whoa, blowout. All right. Can we read this now? And we got a charging cable, USB-C charging cable. And we have the gimbal. And then this thing got to turn here somewhere, right? You got to be smarter than the box it came in, apparently. So there we go. And there she is. You just got to twist his arm around right here on this. USB-C charging, on off button, control button, zoom function. And I'm guessing right here is the tripod that goes with it. There's a tripod that goes with it. That little bugger screws right here. It's 1/4 20, so it can be mounted on a regular tripod too. There we go. Set it on the bench just like that. And you have yourself an instant cameraman. You clamp your phone into it, and we be done. So, is there any juice on it? Nope. So, be looking for more about this. I'll be doing a video on this, obviously, because there we go. It folds up nice and compact. So, but yeah, all of y'all that are starting, this is the Moza Mini MX. Yes, sir. Now, I don't know if I want to call this the big leagues, but this is actually something that we have use for in our hobby. And, you know, we're trying to keep it simple. Instead of buying, you know, the big DSLR camera and all that business, get a gimbal, use your phone. The phone is set up for video recording. I mean, all these newer phones have excellent cameras on them. They are a pretty good job of recording audio too. So why not take advantage of it? If you got it already in your pocket, just get one of these little boogers, hook up your phone, and you're in business. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate this. So I was going to go out last weekend with this and review it, but with my truck woes, that didn't quite happen. And so I'm probably taking this thing on my vacation with me. So that'd be a good time to really run it through a ringer. Well, that's just the thing. That's with any of these holders, the flipping buttons on the side. But there's a way to counterbalance your phone to where that's not really an issue. I guess I should have unpacked it before and charged the battery on it. Well, I can't even get it in there right now. There we go. Ah, come on. Don't be complicated about this. So, anyhow, there we go. So you have an idea what this looks like. Anyway. So, yeah, that's enough of that nonsense. I will work with it and play with it, and we will revisit that project. So, but now for a more serious, more personal note. Recently, my daughter has been diagnosed with breast cancer. Needless to say, we're pretty much all beside ourselves at this point. I mean, she's all of 25 years old. So this kind of bites, and it will mean that I will need to take some more time to tour my daughter and helping her out. So, I won't be as much on Fridays anymore. Fridays is going to be more that thing. Tuesdays is more my thing. It's just there's not enough of me to go around at times, and I've got to make some adjustments to my schedule and take care of the more important things in life. I will post, and I will have a Nightbot come in on the stream too. That'll advertise. My daughter has started a GoFundMe, and cancer diagnosis here in the States is a pretty hefty financial hit. So let's see. I'm posting the GoFundMe, and she can also be had on Venmo, and it's Venmo. It's Stephanie Felixson -2. Let me see if I can add that in here. Oh, the Nightbot already showed up. So, all right, you'll see it'll pop in tonight. It'll pop into the stream, but every 5 minutes. Help if you can, and if it's just with a prayer, we appreciate any and all help. Yeah, third eye, I feel for you. This pretty much devastated us. So, yeah, it's just been going on for the past 2 weeks, give or take. It's all official. The diagnosis is official now. So it sucks. We'll deal with it the best we can. Anyhow, yeah. I think I'm going to be doing some fundraisers. Probably I might have to start charging for stickers and raise money for her that route. Probably auction off some T-shirts or something. I'll think of something. Speaking of meetup, I just thought of meetup. So the next meetup here in August, I will not be here. I will be overseas. And that is after that, we're going to have to find a new spot to go fly because the soccer people will be there every weekend starting like September 16th, I believe it is. The Thank you, Paul. I much appreciate that. Yeah, the NHS. I heard about it, and I've got other friends in Britain. Some of them are not that enthused with the NHS, but yeah, she has insurance. However, that's gonna expire on her birthday next year, so we don't know whether or not they'll be able to finish the treatment by then, and then we'll have to see what we can come up with for insurance after that. But to get back to the flying spot, yeah. So the soccer gals are going to be there September through December. They'll be playing on Saturdays. There'll be probably softball and little league and baseball games going on in the front too. So our spot might be out at least for Saturdays. We're gonna have to scout and see if that spot is available on Sundays. And thank you, Matt. Matt Conduff is in the house. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to come up with a new spot to fly. I'm sure we'll make it. We'll just have to figure out how we're gonna make it. Let me switch back over here to this. All right. All right, here we are, back in business. So, next subject on the list of things to talk about: Mavic Mini 3. I'm sure some of you have seen the video that was deemed to be the Mavic Mini 3, and it is not. A lot of people advertising it as the Mini 3. It is not. That is a rather talented guy that puzzled together a Mini 3 out of an old Air 2, from what I understand, and got some of the sensors and mounted them in and made it work. But if you really want to learn about more about it, go to Geeksvana. Geeksvana did a big piece on that guy, and it is pretty interesting. I mean, that guy has some talent. You got to give him that. But yeah, if anybody says that is the Mini 3, it is not. So, I know there's the FIMI Mini Pro is out now. The FIMI Mini has two different batteries. The standard battery puts it over to 250 gram weight limit. The Pro puts it under. I believe the standard is the lithium ion. The Pro is a LiPo battery. So it's going to be similar to Mini 1 and Mini 2, where the Mini 1 had a lithium-ion batteries and the Mini 2 has LiPo batteries. In the Mini 2, you can fly both the LiPo or the lithium-ion, and on the Mini 1, you can only fly the lithium-ion. The LiPos don't fit in there. Which brings us back to the Mini SE, which actually, the more specs I see about it, the more pleased I am about that thing. The Mini SE basically is a Mini 2 housing and motors with a Mini 1 camera, and with it having the upgraded Mini 2 motors, it should do much better in the wind. What can the Mini 3 bring to the table and stay sub 250? That is the question that we're trying to figure out right now. Why is this not working? There we go. Well, there is the Mini 2 weighs, what's that, 238 grams, I believe it is. You know what? I've got a Mini 2 sitting right here. Let's look. I picked up a Mini 2 as a travel. As a travel drone. So, all right. Well, I won't be flying with this, and I won't be flying with that. So, let's see here. Mini 2. This one right here weighs 158 grams without a battery. I know we need a battery with it. Come here, little guy. All right. With battery, 237.5 grams. So 238 just to be safe. And that's with my sticker on it. So. How does this go? I'll deal with that after the show. So, yeah. So you got about 12 grams to play with. You got about 12. No, it's not. That sticker isn't that heavy. About half a gram. But they probably could add something, and they'll have to get rid of other things. So there's some room to play with. I don't know if you into FPV. I just saw Brother Hobby released a 1404 motor that weighs all of 8 grams. Which, in comparison, the 1404 motor that is on Explorer is about 11 grams. So there is ways to save weight in the motors. There is ways to save weight in the cooling things, or heat sinks. There are ways to whittle away a few grams here and there, allow weight for other things like sensors. So we'll have to see what they cook up for us on this. So yeah, this thing is a pain in the neck. Yeah, got to put this in there first. So put that. Yep. There she blows. I'm not having a good time taking shit apart today. But there are ways to save a few grams here and there and allow for sensors. So, and we got Michael from Bowie in the house. Costco has the Mini 2 for $4.29. Yes. But is that the Flymore? I don't think it's a Flymore. Michael, Mr. Dad is at the dentist. He busted off a crown and needed to get his tooth fixed. So, Maddie needs a wrench. Let me see if we can. Well, there's a couple of people that need a wrench here. Hold on, let's fix this. All right. Sam and Rose, you've been wrenched. Who else do we have that need a wrench? I can only wrench on my stream. I cannot wrench on there. There's Maddie. There we go. All right, Matt, you've been wrenched too. Yeah. I mean, right now the deal for a Mini 2 Flymore combo is at Drone Nerds, where they have a refurb for $499 shipped. So, yeah, Paul, there is ways to lighten the load by playing with the battery too. What I'm not taking any FPV quads with me to Germany. I'm not gonna be there but for a week. And frankly, I don't want to deal with batteries and chargers and everything else in TSA. I'm taking the Mini 2, and that's all I'm taking for drones. Now, I'm delivering a Mini 1 to my brother, and I'm taking the Mini 2 for myself. That's about all I can do on this trip. If I was there, 2 weeks or so, I would probably take something, but whatever I'm taking has to be under 250 grams. And right now, the only one that qualifies is my Beetle that has some sort of recording capability on it. Everything else, while I put a camera on it, will be over to 250. And for y'all that don't know it, but we have the FAA here in the States. In Europe, it's called the EASA. And the two of them need to have some sort of agreement to recognize the licenses that they issue to be recognized by the other. That agreement is not in place yet. So we cannot take you cannot take your 107 license from here into Europe because it has no It's not valid over there. So I might have to get the small license. They have two licenses over there, the big one and the smaller one. So my Flyway Explorer had a bad accident. It is in a million pieces right now. Yeah, there's no reciprocal arrangement at this point, and frankly, I don't want to deal with that right now. Now, I fly Crossfire on top of it, so I don't know what their regulations are and what's Crossfire over there. I know they use it over there. I know it just has to be switched over to the 850 megahertz, I believe. So, yeah, Michael, the SE is available in Canada. It's not available in the US yet. And everybody that is willing to order in Canada wants to add a little fee for their help. So, um, I'm not, like I said, I bought the Mini 2. I have no use for the Mini SE at this point because the Mini 2 is still superior to the SE. Um, Yeah, the mini switches back and forth. It goes by the location chip in your phone. When you hook up your phone, it'll recognize where you're at and switch it accordingly. So that's gonna be fun. I may just fly on my tablet where my tablet doesn't have cell phone service, so it can't do certain things, and that's one of them. All right, guys. If you're looking for an SE, get a hold of Michael. Well, yeah, the hand can they kind of fuss at you when you show up at the airport with the 357 under your arm. They just don't like that for some reason. Think they're feeling like outgunned or something. Oh, here's a phone. Michael, you can put a phone number up. So if you need to get a hold of them, there's a number. And we got an email for them too. Wow. There we go. Oh, no, don't want that. Want this one. Besides, I don't need a weapon. I am a weapon. I'm sure freaking Sir Crash Lot's gonna use that on me, that statement. Yeah, no, they don't. They're a little funny was guns in Europe and Germany. I mean, they're just they have no sense of humor when it comes to any of that. But I know plenty of people that put their check the gun case and brought it into Germany with them. It does go. There's a way to do it. Ben. Big Dan. Okay. Bucket Man. See. Drone regs in the U.S. seem to more strict. Well, I don't know that they are. I think they're pretty even. Um, range on the Mini SE. Yeah, it's advertised with a 2.5 miles. No, that's what it said in the specs for it anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay under the 250 and err on the side of caution. I might go and get my European license, the small European license too, which will get me out of hot water with the German authorities. And then I've got to, there's a few things I got to check into yet. Yeah, but Mini 2 is also OcuThink, where the Mini 1 and the SE are just Wi-Fi. Michael, there's a difference. The Mini SE has the old controller. Matter of fact, that's the Mini 1, and that is basically the same controller the SE comes with. And here is the Mini 2 controller. And if anybody has wants to get any stickers, I've got another batch coming. I'm waiting for the printer to get done with them. Speaking of printer and getting done with them, Yellow Rose, did you order them shipped, or are you going to pick them up? They're actually just north of the airport in San Antonio, where you can pick them up. So you don't have to pay for shipping. The Mini SE does not have the smart controller. Well, you have to find Gary. If you want to fly on a Canadian license, you just got to make sure that your license is valid here in the States. It might be. I'm not saying one way or another, but that is something you have to check into. And welcome, by the way. Yeah, Mini 2, you'd be fine. And Air 2, I don't know how that works with Canada and the US. So that is something that you're going to have to research. And when you find out, do let the rest of us know what you find out. Yellow Rose, give them a call. Give Rocket Monkey a call, and they can change that for you. They're right here in San Antonio off, what's that? What's that road called? Just north of the airport. The Jones Maltzberger already? I believe it's Jones Maltzberger. Let me look here real quick. Hey. I mean, getting them shipped is not that bad of a deal either. No, it's East Nokoma Drive. There's a little, it's in the Nokoma Business Center. It's pretty easy to get to, actually. So, yeah, you might want to give them a call. They're already closed today, but you might want to give them a call in the morning and see if you can change it. So, anywho's, what else do we have for today? I think that's about the extent of it. I'm cutting a little short tonight too. It's been a whirlwind here. I'm not all that prepared. I apologize. Things have been going a little sideways. So, thanks for all your support, all people that came in, spent time here with us. Well, I'll be back next Tuesday. It was live from the Workbench. Hold on. Ben said something about taking my UZ80. I could, but again, I don't want to deal with the LiPo batteries and carrying, goggles and all that. You're pretty limited to the amount of luggage that you can take these days. Again, if I be gone for two and a half weeks, I wouldn't mind paying baggage fee for checking on the bag. But at this point, I'm only allowed, the one carry on and the one check luggage. And trust me, they say it's 50 pounds, and that sounds like a lot. It's not. Not if you're 7 foot tall, anyway. So, yellows, yes, my stickers are die cut. But with your design, I almost think it'd be easier to do like a circular round. Well, if there's a body worth guarding, we can talk. But restrictions over there in terms of lockdowns, well, they've lifted most of the restrictions. Bars are still closed, but restaurants are full open again. I'm fully vaccinated, and I do. Oh yeah, they're checking vaccines over there. And I will also go and get a PCR test here before I leave, and then I have to get another PCR test over there before I come back. So I pretty much figured I'll be doing probably a PCR test every third day while I'm there, just to comply with whatever restrictions there are. Well, they kind of have to let me in because I'm a German national, so they cannot turn away their own citizens. So I will go live in Germany, but that's going to be, again, that'll be another 2 weeks. and I will do a live stream right here. You see the town square right there in my hometown. I will be doing a live stream from that square. So, well, rectangle, yeah. Rectangle or like a football shape or something, I would say would work nice with your design. So, mine just, the die cut I thought would be most appropriate going, no, based on my design. So, anywho's, and if anybody needs hats made, these came from Vistaprint. They're not cheap, but I mean, 20, well, shipping and everything comes out to about $25 a piece. So, uh, I'm going to find a local embroidery shop and see what they can come up with for pricing, because I can see where this would be a pretty popular item. Yeah, I will make sure there's plenty of notification for that live stream. I will schedule it so it'll pop up in the streams. Um, Other than that, I really don't have much else. Well, there's a way for us to influence the prices. I've got the markups way down. I just want to get the shirts out there. That's why my shirts are priced the way they are. This is not my way of making a living. So, um, again, anybody that buys a shirt, make a picture of it, wearing it, send it to me at lonestaruav@gmail.com, and I will send you some stickers. When you send me the picture, send me your address so I can send you the picture or the stickers. So, I will post a live stream on the World Throne community, and going talking with Queensport about getting some caps for you there. Yeah. Well, these are the flex fit, so they don't have the opening in the back. I prefer these over the other caps. I know I can get ball caps made cheaper when you silk screen print them and make a trucker head. Yeah, you can get that number down, but this one here is actually embroidered, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I want some decent quality. So, yeah, I'm just the Teespring's got decent t-shirts. I'm trying to keep the markup as low as I can. There are some items that are very pricey on their end, so there's not much I can do about it. But I'm no, as far as my markup is minimal on that. So get the word out, get everybody in the t-shirts. Get it out there for the community. Now, speaking of which, I'm wearing mine again too. So anyway, for the last time now, I'm going to call it the stream. Thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate your hopes and prayers and well wishes. I will pass all that on to my daughter. I'm sure she will be very, very happy with that. And y'all have a good night. And we'll see you next Tuesday for sure. I don't know if I'm going to be popping in on Friday or not. It all depends on what I've got going on. Until then, y'all take care. Thank you. And until next time.